Have you feel like a robot, constantly scrolling? Aimless phone? Or like a magnet, who can't resist the temptation of fast food? On a tiring day? If yes, then you are not alone. It's the work of a sneaky little one called dopamine. Dopamine is chemicals in the brain, tasked with giving encouragement whenever we do something fun, whether it's a TikTok scroll, eating potato chips, or watch your favorite series. Problem is, dopamine is often overzealous in offering us instant little gifts to the point that we forget big things, which is actually more meaningful in life. But calm down. This is not the end of everything. We have the power to reprogram our brains. Imagine dopamine as your personal trainer. Not to force you to keep eating junk food, but he can be trained to encourage you when you exercise, learning new skills, or complete your dream project. In this video, you will find 5 simple, yet meaningful steps, which not only helps you avoid distraction, but also start a journey towards a more meaningful life. And more exciting, these steps, inspired by ancient times that remain relevant until now, ready to train your dopamine to be the best ally on life's journey. Let's get started. Ever realized or not, sometimes our hands seem to have their own lives. The phone was already in hand. Scroll, TikTok, or Instagram, even though his intention was only to check the clock. This is one example of an instant dopamine pattern, which has become a daily habit. To start changing this pattern, the first step is to be a dopamine detective in your own life. The way is to start noticing small habits that often occur. For example, when do you usually take your phone? Whether when bored, stress, or maybe at the time of waiting for something. Record everything in your daily journal. Let's just say it's like a secret log that will help you finding hidden patterns. From here, you can see the main trigger that makes your dopamine always call for instant entertainment. Simple example. Maybe you always snack in the middle of the night because you feel bored, or constantly go on social media for being lazy. To start the task, little consciousness like this is a step. First, to realize that your dopamine is controlling your life. Remember, no change without consciousness. So let's start a small investigation of your dopamine pattern. Who knows, you will be surprised by the number of automatic habits that can actually be changed. We all have big dreams, like wanting to be a famous writer, learn martial arts, or maybe launch a YouTube channel that explodes. But sometimes that spirit just becomes a note in the agenda book, or just be wishful thinking before bed. Why? Because we focus too much on the magnitude and difficulty of that goal. Well, this is the secret. Our brains like something that feels easy and fun. So instead of running a 10 kilometers marathon, why not just walk? Relax around the house for 15 minutes. The key is breaking down big goals into small steps. It makes the heart happy. Every time you take those small steps, the brain will produce dopamine as a reward. This is some kind of secret training to make you addicted to progress, not just instant pleasure. For example, If you want to learn karate, start with one experiment class. After succeeding, celebrate. Maybe by eating ice cream, but not too often yet. The more often you enjoy the process, easier for your brain to be satisfied with small advances, not a big result that takes time. So, let's write a list of your goals. Break up into small steps and enjoy every little achievement along the way. Life is about progress, not perfection. And believe me, every little step, it will bring you closer to your big dreams. Ever felt after making good progress, but suddenly it all fell apart again from being tempted? For example, you've been a week of regular exercise, but then came the party invitation, which made you stay up late, overeating, and forget exercise the next day. As a result, the new routine was destroyed. This is a trap which is often destroyed momentum. Don't worry, we've all experienced it. But how can we keep this from happening over and over again? One of the solutions is to keep yourself from social pressures and old habits that inhibit. Set clear boundaries. If any friends that like to hang out until midnight, nothing wrong with saying, sorry, I have a morning schedule tomorrow. Or, if it is difficult to avoid unhealthy snacks at home, replace the contents of your kitchen cabinet with nutritious foods that support your goals. The trick is to not only avoid the bad, but replace it with activities that support growth. For example, instead of coming to hang out, you can take a yoga class or read a book at home. A supportive environment is crucial, so make sure to surround yourself with people and habits that align with your goals. Remember, protecting momentum is like taking care of a plant. Don't let weeds, aka old habits, of taking over your plants. By maintaining a routine as well as a positive environment, you will be more consistent on the way to a better life. Try to look around you now. Whether your room is full of piles of stuff, messy workbench, or maybe a cupboard full of tempting snacks. If yes, don't be surprised if it's hard to start a new habit. A healthier and productive. Your environment is a reflection of your habits. And if you want to change, it all starts from here. Imagine this. You wake up early in a neat room, with inspirational books on the bedside table, and sticky notes full of motivational words on the wall. It feels more uplifting, right? This is the force of the environment supporting. Start by cleaning your room. Get rid of things that are distractions. Whether it's a cell phone from the work table, sweet snacks from the kitchen, or items that just make it stuffy without function. Replace it with inspiring objects. For example, put a vision board that displays your dreams, or favorite quotes in a place that is easily visible. Your environment can also affect how you feel. Clean room and organized will make you more calm and focused. Also, manage your digital environment. Delete time-consuming apps. Turn off unnecessary notifications, and create custom folders for productive stuff. Remember, an organized environment is the foundation for your growth. When you create a supportive space, Your brain will be easier to focus on good habits. So, let's start from now. Clean up, organize all, and let your environment be your best ally. On the way to a better life. We live in an era of instant everything, fast food, online shopping, and arrive in a matter of hours. Two favorite series that can be watched directly. But have you ever thought that this instant gratification often only gives temporary happiness? Well, this is where satisfaction is delayed, aka delete gratification. Step in to save your life. Delayed gratification is the art of restraint to enjoy greater results later in life. Like planting a mango tree, you can't eat the fruit today. But if consistently grooming him, one day you will reap the sweet results. Start with one little long-term habit. Read 10 minutes every day. It looks simple, but after a month, you may have finished reading one book. Or, if you want to work out, try to do 5 minutes of light exercise every morning. Don't go to the gym for 2 hours. Later, even burnout. What's important is consistency. Celebrate small advances, like 10 times non-stop push-ups. Or successfully reduce scrolling social media for a week. With consistency, your brain will learn to appreciate process over instant results. Imagine, after 6 months, you see a big change. Body more fit, sharper mind, and life feels more purposeful. It starts with small steps taken every day. So let's go. Train your dopamine to enjoy the ride, not just the end goal. And remember, delayed gratification is much more delicious than the fleeting instant pleasure. Changing the pattern of dopamine might sound like a big challenge, but actually, it is a travel that can be enjoyed with small and consistent steps. Imagine yourself as an artist who is shaping artwork. Every good habit you build is like a little brushstroke. Slowly but surely, create a more meaningful picture of life. Remember, change starts with consciousness. When you know the current dopamine pattern, whether it's endlessly scrolling or uncontrollable snacking, you can start replacing it with small goals. That's interesting. Don't forget to protect yourself from distraction. Set your environment to support, and train yourself to enjoy the process of instant results. The main key is consistency. You don't have to be perfect or change everything overnight. Focus on small progress every day. In a month, you will see a change. Within a year, you will be the best version of yourself. And most importantly, don't be so hard on yourself. Life isn't about always being perfect. It's about trying and enjoying the journey. So, let's start today's first small step for a better life, started from the small decisions that we're making now. You have the power to reprogram your dopamine and create a more meaningful life.